Hello viewers, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Draliceprethima Michael. I'm so happy to be with you guys today. Hope you all are keeping safe and doing well. Today the topic of our Facebook Live is going to be the importance of hydration and also proper nutrient supplies or proper nutrient supplements in our daily routine. Okay, now it's COVID time. Of course, other than being excessively hot for the last couple of weeks, I believe that due to boredom or not enough social interaction, or we have more free time now because most businesses are more quiet, many of us are engaging in a lot of taxing sporting activities. So it can be things like jogging. I've heard people going on this kind of cycling competitions, and then there are people who are actually training or actually running marathons. I know a lot of my friends, and even me included, we do hiking. So there's a lot of activities, physical activities we are doing within this period in this hot climate as well. So let's first talk about hydration, how important hydration it is when we are doing this kind of activities. Number one, hydration is key because we are made of water, in that our cells have a lot of water in them, and to communicate from one cell to the other, we also need the plasma or the liquid medium. So we do need hydration. So on a daily basis, anybody even someone who is sitting in the office should be taking, according to their body weight, of course, should be taking at least 1 to 1.5 liters of water. Okay. But how about a sports buff? Okay, we actually want to do more activities, but we still want to look fresh. We want to be mentally alert because remember, this is a very competitive environment right now as well. So then for our brain cells to tick and move, we also need hydration. So when we are doing exercise, I think we should almost triple the amount of water that we take. But according to how much of sweating we do, whether it's indoors or outdoors, or whether we, what is our nutrition content in our food and so on. Sometimes just plain water is not enough. Like we say, if you're doing a very long sweaty activity like running a marathon, and it's a very long marathon, then of course if you just keep drinking only water, then you will dilute your blood, and then it will just be less amount of electrolytes in your blood, and that can cause giddiness, headaches, body cramps, tummy cramps, all these kind of symptoms as well. So that is why many people, when they exercise, especially in hot temperatures, they will also add all this, I don't want to mention names, but all these sports drinks where there is some electrolytes added inside. But because hydration is so important, and currently we are challenging the COVID-19, the novel coronavirus virus in our midst, so we are going to have to not just increase hydration, we are also going to have to increase our well-being. In other ways, we need to increase immunity. So what we suggest in our centers is we do this cool infusion, yes, which is called hydromax hydration therapy. Okay, you guys can see it. It's hydromax hydration therapy. This is so famous that in certain parts of Europe and in US, celebrities basically, after their sporting activities, they kind of put the intravenous hydromax in drip form into their arm, and they walk around on the shopping malls or in the streets, because they are proud of what they are doing. So let us go back to those of you who don't know what is intravenous therapy. Basically, intravenous therapy means it is nutrition or vitamins or medication. It can be anything that we put into your vein. Okay. So in short, the pet name is called IV therapy. therapies. Okay, so hydromax is a kind of IV therapy. So we have got not just saline here, but we also have a lot of other vitamins and minerals that will replenish our body or prepare our body before we go for all this taxing activities in hot, humid climates. Okay, of course, if you have been not very well, or you have been undergoing severe stress either at home or at the workplace, or with your children or with your spouse, or whatever, or you had a surgery, or you were unwell, or you want to protect against COVID, then you can also do this megaboost infusion. We call megaboost the wellness infusion because this has got more amount of vitamins, including all the immune boosting vitamins. There's also some that strengthens our liver because our liver is a key organ. It almost replenishes every cell in the body with different vitamins that we need. So you may ask, I'm taking my multivite, I'm buying this from my multi-level marketing person, or I'm buying this from the shopping mall or pharmacy or whatever supermarket, or from my doctor. I'm taking tablets. So do I need IV therapies or intravenous therapies? You may ask. There is a reason why we at Ageless Medispa, we partner with Reviv Global, who's an international expert in intravenous nutritional therapies. Okay, and you can see from here, I don't know whether you can see, it is revolutionary to how we improve our well-being. Okay, so it is, and we are the first and only in Southeast Asia to carry or franchise this brand of products, this brand of IV therapies. But if you go to all the major cities like London, New York, Melbourne, Sydney, you go to any of the big cities, of course, because there's also stress relieving concoctions here. So there's also in MGM Grand in Las Vegas, we have in all the major cities one partner they have, and we are the partner for them. And why are they so special compared to other things or other vitamins that is sold? The reason is they spent a lot of money and energy and time on doing their researches at Johns Hopkins to come up with how we mix different vitamins to give the correct kind of concoctions to the patient. Okay, so these are branded products, and of course it cannot be found elsewhere in Malaysia or in Singapore even. So basically we are treating a lot of people around here. But today I wanted to talk, there's many infusions. There's those that's for beauty, there's those that's for detoxification. Detoxification is very, very important for every human being, whether you are 20 or you are 80. You still need detoxification because every day we eat, we smell the pollution around us, it's actually having a big toll on young and old alike. So basically we need detoxification, then we have royal flush. But today specifically I want to talk about these two things because of the sporting activities that we are doing more, because of the stress we are undergoing, and also because we are approaching vaccinations, right? So for vaccinations, what should we do? So Reviv Global actually came up with a special prescription where you can do mega boost preparation just 1 week before you go get your vaccination. Why are we doing this? We are boosting your immune function. So you, even with a 1 dose of vaccine, maybe you can produce a lot of good antibodies that protect yourself against the evil COVID. Okay, sorry to be so dramatic, but I always think of it as the evil COVID-19. Okay, so then you have to do this 1 week before. That is a prescription coming from the international group of IV nutrient wellness specialists. And 1 week before we do this, and then we do our vaccination, and then 1 week you don't do any other injections, and then after 1 week you can do another one. So this way you're very sure you won't get side effects or very, very minimum side effects, and then at the same time you will boost up your immunity to the maximum. and then you will come out feeling and looking great. So this is something that I wanted to share with you. But of course, for those of you guys who are not able to walk in here, you may be in different parts, we still have movement control going on, so maybe you couldn't travel to us to get this. We also have our Hero Shield, is that what it's called? Hero Shield immunity kits, which we have been speaking about in the last few days or few weeks, and there's a lot of people who are benefiting from it. They are actually asking us to send it to us, and we are delivering it to them for free. So for those of you who want to know more about this, just scroll back and watch the unboxing of the Hero Shield kit video. So it will be very informative, and it tells you what are the vitamins that we are putting in there, together with the mask as well, to give you good protection against the evil COVID-19. Okay, so let's move on to another topic. We were talking about detoxification, right guys? So I think we should also talk about how on a daily basis we can detox ourselves, not just by taking some vitamins, but by certain things that we do. Have you heard of sweating? Do you know that sweating is sexy? Sweating is very sexy because when you sweat a lot, you detox yourself, so your skin is going to shine. And then of course, because you're sweating a lot, you're also going to lose some of the water retention. There may be some of you who have like eye bags, the face is a bit swollen, or some of us who are stuck to our desk, we are not moving around enough, so we are starting to have water retention around our ankles, around our legs even, or some of us suddenly within 1 or 2 days our weight went up like 2 to 3 kgs. Believe me, you cannot gain fat in 2 to 3 kg. It takes a bit of time, okay, maybe 10 days. But if you suddenly feel bloated, then it may be water. So how do we get rid of this water safely and effectively? I want to introduce to you something that we call the far infrared sauna. Okay, so the far infrared sauna is not only letting you sweat, as what I mentioned, because sweating you can also do by engaging in vigorous physical activity. Yes, you should be doing that, but on top of that, you want to lose more toxin coming out from everywhere in the body. At the same time, the far infrared energy is basically energizing and building up our skin. So in our centers, and some people have this in their home as well, how we are using it is to improve skin, number one. So improve skin, actually it's been medically proven that you will increase the collagen, you will reduce all the water retention, so cellulite will go down, and you can lose weight, is documented. It's also great for joint problems, joint injuries, because it helps to rejuvenate back these areas. And then of course it's supposed to also help, and this a lot of cardiologists have worked for it, is that it helps to, because you're sweating up, your temperature is going up, and basically you are actually improving your blood circulation. So by doing this, because you're losing water, high blood pressure can come down. Atherosclerosis, which is plaque formation inside the blood vessel, can also be reduced. And of course, because of the high blood pressure reduction and the blood circulation improvement, heart attack risk is also reduced. So how cool is that? In one go, we just can sit maybe 30 or 40 minutes inside this far infrared sauna. You just sit there, and then make sure you hydrate yourself, of course, during this time. And you find that you can easily lose up to 600 calories in one session. So if you did this regularly, and in our weight loss methods, sometimes we also add it on, because our weight loss is not everybody get the same program. No, we troubleshoot, we find out what's the problem, and then I write the prescription for what they're doing. So some of the patients, if they have a lot of issue with their metabolism, or they are having a lot of toxin, they are having a lot of water retention, or they are having borderline high blood pressure, they are very prone for cellulite, then I will also advise them to use this far infrared sauna. It's very, very beneficial and it costs very little. At the same time, the benefits are amazing. We are not asking you to do it every day, but if you do it at least like once a week or maximum twice a week, I should not be saying this, but for those of you who hate to exercise, okay, it can even replace exercise. Again, this is not something I'm saying, it's all medically proven. I think we are gonna put this, this is an article that I wrote for a magazine some time back. I don't know if you can see over here. Okay, this is a cardiologist and that's me talking about all the benefits of this infrared sauna. It's a magazine. And then we can maybe put this article out for you guys to read, you know, maybe, I don't know, in Instagram or Facebook or in our blog or something like that. Okay, so I think I have kind of completed my topic, but again, I would want to ensure if you're sports people, approach hydromax, okay? If you have immune function issues or you're struggling with a lot of medical issues, or you're looking to go for surgery, or you're just not feeling so well, or you're feeling itchy all over, you're dropping your hair, whatever, you can go for megaboost. Also gives a beautiful shine. If you have body aches and pains, you have lack of energy because there's magnesium, zinc, it relaxes your whole system. And all these kind of therapies, we talked about far infrared sauna, we talked about the intravenous nutrition, nutrient therapies. All of this together can actually also increase your well-being of the mind. So please pay attention, and if you have a chance, please come in, okay? See us, we follow all the SOPs, so no worries. And when you come in to see us, you can also win our mask, okay? It's free for every consultation. And then feel free to call us at this number. This number. Call us. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to get some answers for the questions that my friends and fans have asked. Do you have any experience treating athletes who have experienced injuries? Oh boy, I have a lot of experience. Because I don't know how many of you do know, but I do have a sports medicine qualification, fellowship in fact. So because of that, I do have a lot of international athletes who have come to me over the time. But I always had a keen interest in this, and even during my government service, I have been helping the Malaysian Football Association as a field doctor as well. So I used to be on all the fields when they are doing their, you know, their matches, and I used to look after injured athletes. And then further to that, I have Singapore and Australian basketball teams who have come to me in between their seasons just to repair some injuries in their feet. For basketball, we used to see a lot of injuries of the ankle, of the sole of the feet, and sometimes knee as well. Of course, for other sports, we do use a combination of this kind of hydration therapies. We use our far infrared saunas to help them, as well as our hyperbaric oxygen chambers, so that they can help them to rejuvenate before main event. Like we have the, you know, the car racing federation, you know, those people come to us also to get better and prepare themselves mentally and physically before going on to that. And of course, I'm into regenerative medicine. I do quite a lot of stem cell work. So we do see athletes from time to time to quickly repair their joint injuries. Because once an athlete gets an injury during training or during a match, those days, excuse me, it takes them about a year to recuperate. So they'll be out for the whole season. But with our very effective therapies like our stem cells in combination with others I mentioned earlier, we could put them back on the field within a month or maximum 2 months. So that's my experience. Next question. Dear Dato, I'm actually an athlete who's training for marathons, but I have been hospitalized twice due to dehydration. OMG. Specifically during my fasting period. Oh. How much water do we need to consume and keep physically active during the fasting period? Well, fasting period is quite challenging. So if you are doing it in the Malaysian heat and humidity, I think you are losing a lot of water, and you can even go on to get a heat stroke or something like that, because you're not taking in sufficient water, but you're exposing yourself to extreme heat and humidity. And on top of that, you're engaging in a marathon, which in normal temperatures with a fully hydrated person can be very challenging. So no wonder you have been hospitalized twice. I'm not surprised at all. But I would suggest that during sporting activities, we would always suggest sports people to hydrate before, during and after the sporting activity. So in your case, you could not drink or eat during this time, so it poses a little bit of challenge. But of course, you can always come in and do a hydromax when you break your fast, and then you may have a little bit more surplus water in your system to carry you through your sporting activity the next day. I think this is one of the suggestions I can give you. I think I've spoken during the earlier part of this live program that we need to have, at least if you're engaged in sporting activities, you will need to have at least like 3 liters, and if you're sweating a lot, up to 4 liters of water. There's no restriction to how much water you can take. You can take more as long as you don't dump it all in immediately. And this is one of the reasons when we drink or eat any vitamins, it works in a different way. Okay, it's just quite superficial, then it's gone from the body. But when we do intravenous, and that's one of the reasons we do intravenous nutrition. So intravenous nutrition is not only that in one bottle like this we can mix so many nutrients and we can put it all together, but it's so much of nutrition and so much of hydration which you cannot get it by drinking or eating vitamins, that it perfuses and goes into every cell. So it doesn't disappear fast the way when you drink water. So that is why I told you, yes, you have to drink as much during your non-fasting times, but you can still add this on, because all your cells will be perfused with hydration and you will do better, and hopefully you will not be hospitalized again. Okay. How do I know if I have any vitamin deficiency? Getting a blood test seems expensive for me right now. Is there an alternative way to find out? I was going to say the only way to know is to do a blood test. Okay, because with a blood test we are able to 100% know for sure what you have and what you don't have. And then we have remedies for each and every one with the levels that you have. In the biochemistry, we know roughly how much we need to replenish you back. So it will be a very exact calculation if you can do that. But if you say that you cannot afford, the next best thing to do is go and see an experienced doctor. Okay, when I say experienced doctor, is not anybody who can prescribe you some medication. Okay, it has to be someone with nutritional medicine qualification, who knows about nutrition, who has in his or her hands a lot of armaments. Only those who are interested in that will have all these armaments. If you're not qualified, then you're not that interested. You may just put some whitening IV and that's the end of it. Okay, but if you have nutritional medicine qualification like what I do, then you know more in advance. So you can always come and see, and by looking at a full proper physical examination, by conducting just physical tests, we can kind of predict. It's not 100% like a blood test, I must warn you, but we can kind of predict. That's why I say you need the qualification and you need the experience, and then you can see this doctor. Okay. What happens if you're overhydrated? As long as you don't have any kidney problem, you won't be overhydrated because you just piss it out, you know. So there's no such thing as overhydrated. So we always tell you, if possible, drink. You have to drink regularly, small amounts. Don't dump a lot of water at one time and don't drink at all. I know we all do this bad thing sometimes because we are too busy since to focus on ourselves. Or we have to. We are human beings, right? Our first duty is to look after ourselves. Before then only we become expert in looking after others. So we need to remember to drink regularly in small quantities and make sure you drink. Now it's hot, so maybe we can drink 1.5 liters of water. So is there any other questions? No, I don't think so. So we have come to the end of the Facebook Live again. I'm sure many of you have many burning questions. So please call us at this number. I will be there, or one of my very well trained staff will be there to be able to help you with your queries. Or make appointment. You can use the same number to make appointment, communicate with us, share if you like this session, like, subscribe, whatever, you know. So I hope to see you guys next week again with more info, with another interesting topic. Until then, bye bye from now, and stay safe and take care.